Welcome back. My name is Mansur, reporting for All Israel News. The next time they tell you that Israel is an apartheid state, just show them this video. Why are they giving so much respect to the Druze community, a football team? We're not talking about Doctors Without Borders or the Red Cross or all kind of, let's just say that usually football fans are not the humanitarian activists. They're not Greta Thunberg. And they choose to come and show respect to a group of minorities called the Druze, an Arab minority living in Israel, my people. There's 150,000 Druze in Israel. It's a tiny, tiny religion. Why are they going out of their way to show so much respect? Why is Israel showing so much love to the Druze community? Meanwhile, they keep telling you that the victims in the Middle East are the ones who try to destroy Israel and keep losing to Israel and then playing the victim card. But let's see how the victims, Syria and Palestine, etc. Let's focus on Syria. Let's see how they are treating the Jews. By the way, this guy over here, he's my cousin. He died trying to bring back the hostages after October 7. And the camera focused on him, giving him the full frame, giving him all of the support and respect. That is a Jewish people for you. It's the same game that my brother went to, by the way. That's my brother and his kid. How would a Druze young man with his little boy feel so safe to be surrounded by so many Jews and go to a football game that everybody is just showing respect and love to his community? Meanwhile, in Syria, little girls are being kidnapped. Families are being destroyed. They're still under siege. They're murdering, killing, destroying, ethnically cleansing. The next stories are a very hard one to watch, but I added translation for you, and it's just a story of two women, Druze women in Syria. One is a grandmother who lost everything, and one is a young mother who is losing everything as we speak. And this is a situation in Syria. Let's watch it.
صعبة أكلت كثير مرارة كثير. أنا أكلتها بالعمر واحد وأكلتها بالجولين وأكلتها هون ويا ريت يضلوا ولادي وجوزي يا ريت يضلوا ولاد بنتي كانوا يحنحوا علي يا ريت يضلوا خسرت الكل طلعت هيهم من هالدنيا.
Poor old lady, she lost everything. Her children, her grandchildren, her husband, left alone. She can't work, she doesn't have food.
صرنا خسارة كبيرة بالأول وبالثاني. هذول ولادي وهذول ولادي كمان جواز بناتي أمهم أخذ جوزي وبكليتنا بالتأثير. كبروا الأولاد جوزناهم راح الاثنين منهم ضل الاثنين. عندي بنات 2 سلفات راحوا ولادهم. خليها لله يا عبد خليها لله. شو بدنا نحكي؟ بكل عمرنا بالهموم وكل عمرنا بالتأثير وبالشهادة الحمد لله ردينا عن العرض والأرض وعن كل من يا الله يرحمهم كلهم الأولي والتالي والنعمة قسمتنا عند الله. عايشين حالنا وما في شيء تلحص علي. نهبنا حرقنا بيوتنا حرقنا حالنا. جيت مع صهري وبناتي شو بدي أعمل؟ وين بدي أروح؟ هذا تأثير كله تأثير بتأثير. شو بدنا نعمل؟ لا في شيء لا في لا تلحظش علي بهالكلمة. يعني أنا بحسب إني والدي لكم. لا في مصاري لا في ردي. يعني دشرنا رزقنا احترق رزقنا. مثل سفري طلع بالقميص والبنطال وبناتي طلعوا بأواعي البيت. أنا فيقني ابني بنتي هذا يبلع عيوني. قال لي ابني صار بلمتوني يا ستي قومي. قلت له بديش بيتي. قال لي ولك قومي. سحبوني معهم بسيارتهم. ظل بيتي مثل ما هو وداري أنا حديهم. شو بدي أقول يا ستي؟ شو كل غير الله مدني. شو بدنا نعمل؟ صعب كثير. صعب يا خالتي كثير.
The next video is of a young mother that lost everything again and was displaced with with her children, each one scattered to different directions. She is not with all of them right now. And she's just sharing a testimony of how is the life right now for the Druze in Syria. Because after all, by the way, the government there, they burned 36 Druze and Christian villages, completely plundered and burned them, the government, with the jihadists. And many of these Druze young families, the one who survived, are still displaced. They still can't go to their homes. And where they found shelter and refuge is in the Druze mountain, which they call now Hara Bashan. They gave him a new name. They gave him a biblical name from the Bashan from the Bible. Because they're saying we are done hiding our identity. We are done pretending to be Muslims so they don't kill us. We are not Muslims. We're not like them. And we're connecting more to our ancient Levant heritage. And this place used to belong to the Jews and to the Christians. And we're going to call it what it is. So everybody's in that mountain. And there's just so many families there. And they're still under siege, more than 140 days. So there's so many families there that just don't have the means to survive. The winter is coming on them right now. Let's watch the video.
هجرنا من بيوتنا وصار يقصفوا علينا وهيك وحرقوا لنا بيوتنا وطلعنا وقاعدين على وجوه الناس هوني ومضينا هيك يعني تعب وشقة.
من وين طلعتي انت؟ من اي قرية؟
من قرية سميع.
شو صار ببيوتكم بقرية سميع؟
كلها احترقت وتدمرت.
طيب انتوا هون بأي منطقة ساكنين هسه؟
هون بظهر الجبل قاعدين عند جماعة هيك قعدونا لبين ما نروح على بيوتنا وهيك شفقوا علينا وقعدونا عندنا. هجرنا من بيوتنا ومعش يعني مضين هيك حدا طعمينا بناكل ما طعمناش حدا بنضلنا هيك مضينا وضعنا كثير عدم وصار.
بالنسبة للسير للخبز
عدم كمان مش عم نلاقي شيء اللي نقدر هيك مش مأمننا شيء.
والمي؟
المي يعني قليل مش كثير كمان مش.
مين عايش معك هون بالبيت؟
معي 4 أولاد يعني وكل واحد بدير يعني مش معي كمان هون فيش غير معي ولد واحد هون وكلهم مهجرين كل واحد بدير يعني مش قاعدين مثل ما بقولوها هون على وجوه الناس.
يعني راح الوقت اللي كان يجمعكم سوا؟
ما عادش يعني شيء متمنين انه هيك الله يفرج علينا ونرجع على بيوتنا وهيك. حياة كثير صعبة قضيناها هيك.
مين عم بيعولك الصحة؟
مو حدا الله دخل اسمه هيك. وضع شيء كثير هيك عم يمر علينا أيام كثير يعني صعب.
شو صار ببيوتكم؟
احترقت وتدمرت. مسلحين فاتوا علينا بالمسيرات وبالدبابات وهيك دمرونا وعملوا موت يعني قتلوا ناس أولاد صغار كبار كثير يعني هيك فظعوا بالناس هيك حرام.
كيف كانت لحظة خروجك من البلد؟
كثير صعب. ما عرفنا كيف طلعنا بالقواس والضرب علينا كثير. بدأت الأولاد الصغار الأولاد الكبار كلهم يعني كل واحد تفرعط بدير ما يعني حياة عدم مرة.
طب شو بتقولي شو بتوجهي رسالة؟
هيك إنه نرجع لبيوتنا ولا هيك ويرجع يأمنوا لنا الشيء اللي راح من عنا. يعني فجروا لنا سيارة لابني منيحة حديثة وهيك وأساس بيت كامل يعني كثير هيك فرش وتلفزيون وديجيتال وراوتر وهاتف كثير يعني بتعرف البيت شو هيك محشي حشي وراح حرقوا لنا اياهن واخذوا فجروا لنا بيت. طلعنا ببدل واحد من البيت ما عرفنا ناخذ شيء معنا كله تركنا اغراضنا وبيتنا راح شيل دم.
They're left with nothing. More than 36 villages completely destroyed, burned, looted out. The bodies are still, laying in the ground, being, food to the animals of the earth. Now, some might see this video and say, she survived. She's alive. Why is she talking about furniture, about car, about TV? But you know what, guys? Grief can go a certain way. But then you're stuck with life. Life is still with you. You're alive. You're looking around. Yesterday you had everything. You had your family, you had your children, you had your daughters, their husbands, your life, your flock, your sheeps. They're simple people in Syria. They work in the fields, they have apples, they have sheeps. And then out of nowhere, Muslim raiders come, burn, kill, loot, destroy everything. And then the ones who survived, after they're thankful for being alive, they come out of this, their clothes are burned and dirty. But then a day goes by, 2 days go by, 3 days. It's been 140 days, I think even more, under siege. They barely have food. They have nowhere to go. They can't work. They're at the mercy of their neighbors who came and sheltered them, the people of the mountain. But they also don't have anything. So how are they going to take care of their mouths and then take care of the mouth of their children? And then you have old people like that old lady over there. Imagine that situation. I mean, first of all, they lived so many years under the Assad regime. I'm talking about one of the worst dictators to ever walk this earth. Terrible life, miserable life. And then finally Israel goes and crush all these, maniacs in the Middle East, and that regime collapsed. But who takes over? Another terrorist organization led by another terrorist, al-Zawlani. I'm not making this up. He was Al-Qaeda, he was ISIS, he never really changed. He never even denounced being these terrorists. He just took over the government, and then they gave him a suit and a tie, and he was invited to the White House and received the golden perfume. But bottom line, these people, they lost everything. So on one hand, I guess what I want to give you in this video is a little bit glimpse of what's happening in Syria. My name is Mansur. I'm a Druze. I'm an Israeli. I have relatives in Syria. Luckily for me, I was born and raised in Israel. I grew up as a Druze in probably the only country in the Middle East that gives the freedom of religion, the freedom to practice your religion, the human rights, that little give dignity to all humans, doesn't matter which religion you come from. So I grew up there. What I'm trying to say is not be thankful for how privileged you are. And remember that as you're sitting, coming close to the holidays right now, in the warmth of your home, and I don't want to destroy your holiday, that's not my point here. But when you close your eyes to pray, just remember that there's a lot of people all around the world, could be also in your neighborhood, but there's a lot of people in the Middle East, and particularly in Syria right now, that are starving, that are dying, that are living without basic human dignity. And the world is just going silent about it. The world is not talking about it. Mainstream media is not covering it. And world politics, it's easy to ignore a group of people that have 1 million total and have no money, no government, no army, no economy. It's easy to ignore them. Anyway, that's a bit hard for me to talk about. I just wanted to share that with you guys, and I hope that we will hear some better news soon for these people. Stay safe. See you next time.